For all you Stony Brook skaters and bikers, make sure that safety is still your #1 priority. For Stony Brook School of Journalism, I'm Sarah Kirkup.
With just a short walk from Stony Brook campus, students looking for fresh Chinese food can now look no further than a new restaurant, China Station, which opened this September. The restaurant is now just one of 2 eateries in Stony Brook that offer handmade noodles that are made to order. The noodles go from the cutting board to the stove and then into mouths of hungry students.
I think Stony Brook is kind of becoming a place for Chinese noodles, handmade Chinese noodles, so I've been pretty excited to try out. There's another place that opened up in Stony Brook as well.
The Contemporary Chamber Players is a revolving group of graduate students in music that work on music written in the 20th and 21st century.
April's concert has music performed by graduate students with works composed by themselves and famous musicians.
One of the things that we like to do with the Contemporary Chamber Players is to give voice to projects that spontaneously erupt. We try to have as many projects that are initiated by the students as we have projects that are initiated by faculty, by myself and my colleagues.
After spending the first 2 weeks of the semester waiting for construction of the newest residence hall on campus to be complete, students finally have somewhere to call home. But as of right now, their new home is nameless.
Phase 1 is still called Phase 1, and we've been in development. We opened a couple days ago, so it's been 2 years, if not more, of the name, so who knows where the name process takes or how it comes by.
As of right now, students are calling the new residence hall after the street it's on, Toll Drive.
I've been calling it Toll. Come to Toll. That's what I tell my friends.
It's hard. There's so many names floating around. I think we just call it Toll Drive.
Stony Brook is still waiting on approval from the state of New York before officially calling the building its proposed name, Chavez Hall. Cesar Chavez was an American civil rights activist and labor leader. Once a Mexican farm worker himself, he helped create the National Farm Workers Union. Music and singing is all 14-year-old Joey Kavanaugh needs while he is practicing with his band, Ryan Stars, at the Music Academy for Special Learners on Wednesday nights.
I am a special learner because I have high-functioning autism. A special learner is someone who has mental disabilities like autism.
This past year, the band director, William Scapatone, and the owner of the Music Academy for Special Learners, Maria Limon, formed Ryan Stars, an all-autistic person band, to give these children a musical outlet.
Here we have a very warm atmosphere where we're getting together and we're learning together, and they get to interact with other children. That is, I think, a real big deal for these guys.
For Joey's mother, this band also gives him the ability to create his own language through music.
They get to know each other and socialize with each other, and even though some of them are kind of limited, like Joey's a little limited with his socialization, he takes off when it comes to music, and it's almost like music is their little language.
More businesses like the Music Academy for Special Learners have been opening up as autism becomes more prevalent on Long Island. Research shows that music helps reduce tantrums, aggressiveness, and gives children with autism more relief. It's election day, and students who live on Stony Brook campus casted their votes at the Student Activities Center polling station. Students voted for the next president of the United States and other local elected officials.
I'm obviously excited to find out who wins. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited to see how things go from here with the government and the country itself and stuff like that.
For many students living on campus, this was their first time voting in a presidential election.
Yeah, it's my first time voting in the general election, and it's pretty exciting to be able to finally vote for the next president.
It's my first time voting in a general election, and I was very exciting, and I was very happy to do it.
Students stress the importance of voting for the country's next leader.
It's also a really important time in our country. We have to. We're basically it's we're trying to understand like what direction this country wants to go forward.
Even though we don't think it makes a difference, it does make a big difference. Like just because there's so many people that are undocumented, and if you do have documents, you need to get out and vote.
With presidential campaigning coming to an end, Seawolf selected candidates who aligned with their own views.
I voted for Donald Trump because I don't trust Hillary.
I voted for Hillary Clinton, and I think that she is the best candidate to go into office. I voted for her because I think that she'll be a champion for young people when it comes to student debt, and also for keeping the Affordable Care Act going.
By 12:30 in the afternoon, already 1,000 students voted here at the Student Activity Center. That's almost 40% of registered voters. For Stony Brook News, I'm Sarah Kirkup.